Hello guys, welcome to Markez Films tutorial. Today I'm gonna talk about how you can make your very own stop motion video. Keep in mind that this is the way that I do it for my stop motion animations. You may find different ways from other animators, but this is how Markez Films rolls. This video is an update version from my other tutorial. On this version, I will carefully explain everything that I couldn't explain on the other one. This video will be the first one from a series of tutorials on how you can make stop motion animation. But on this one we will start with the basic. Before we start, I want you to know that making these kind of videos are not easy and they're not for free. Why they're not for free? Because you always have to spend on something. On the camera, action figures, the stop motion app, or on anything that you will need for this kind of projects. Life is not easy and nothing is for free. Yeah, well, let's begin. First of all, you're going to choose what your video will be about, and you will choose the action figures that you will be using. For this occasion, I will animate an action scene with these two Marvel Legends. Articulations are very important on an action figure. The more articulation they have, the best the video will look. Once you have already your figures, you're going to choose the location on where you're going to be animating. I will using my empty desk, and since I am using my desk, I will use my chair to be comfortable. It's very important that you feel comfortable. If you're shooting on the floor, it will be a lot more hard to shoot unless you feel comfortable. The light is very important. The light on your stop motion, it doesn't have to change. You need to have the same illumination for the whole scene. Doesn't matter if you're shooting in the dark or in a very bright room. The key is that the light must not change during shooting. That's the struggle that I'm still working on. If you want to shoot in the dark scene, it must be dark until you finish the scene. Or if you want it to be a very bright scene, you can use the light of your house, or you can use one of these photography lights. I found mine on eBay, but I'm not promoting eBay. I'm just telling you where you can also find this at low price, or you can find it on any other online store. The tripod. The tripod is a very important tool when it comes to shoot. The tripod helps the camera to be stable. It's very important that you don't move the camera. The camera must be still, unless that you need to track the character. But if so, the camera must be still, not shaky. And this is when the tripod comes in handy. If you're shooting with a cell phone, you also will need one of these, a cell phone holder. I found mine in one of those selfie sticks. It was removable, but I'm pretty sure that they are selling these separately. You can find this on Walmart stores or Amazon, eBay, etc. It fits most of the phones. This is another very cool gadget, a mini tripod. You can find this on one of those stick pods on any store on the toy section. It also can handle many phone sizes. For this, we'll be shooting with a cell phone, an iPhone, and with an Android. Let's talk about the app. I use Stop Motion Studio. There's two versions on the App Store and in the Play Store for Androids, the free and the not free. But today we'll be using the free version. Open the app and we're going to start a new movie. Tap on the camera icon. You're going to adjust the height of your tripod or on where you're holding your camera and put it the right height for your scene. You can learn more about the app by just clicking on the question mark on the right side, and it will tell you what the other icon means. You can explore everything on this app and find out what's not for free. You can use your headphones to take the picture so you don't have to touch your phone, because at the moment of touching your phone you might move the camera, and remember that the camera must not be moved. So the headphones, by pressing the volume button, you can take the picture for your scene. Sadly, this trick don't work for Androids. When you're ready to begin shooting, you must disable the autofocus, auto brightness, and everything that is on auto. This will help you have the scene on a solid color, brightness, and focus. Later on, you can learn how to properly use the auto correction for those features. Make sure to focus on the character. What I love the most about this app is that when you take the picture, you can fade the last position of the figure with this tool. With this feature, you can see what was the last position that your figure was. This helps a lot when your figure falls off, or if you want to follow the animation trajectory on the action figure. The same thing goes with an iPhone. Remember that the camera must be still. Remember when I say that the figures most of the time they fall off? Well, this could be a solution to that problem. With some good clay, the figures can stand without falling. If the floor is black, you can use black clay, so it can be almost not visible. Now it's time to animate. It does take time and a lot of effort to accomplish a good animation. Like I said, it's not easy. Once you have done with your scene, you can adjust the time frame of the stop motion. I recommend you to use 15 frames per second. That's the frame rate that I use for my videos, depending on the movement. Sometimes the movement is a lot more faster than that. Personally, I use between 15 and 17 frames per second. You can edit each of the frame, adjust the time, copy or delete frames, or put specific audios, sound effects, and etc. On the plus tab, you can add images, audio clips from your phone library. To add voices, you can tap on the record icon and you can record voices or grunts, for example like this. Hey, what's up? On each frame, you can add more stuff like sound effect from the library of the app. We're gonna add an audio effect. You can also crop the image if you want a close-up and a lot more. You can also paint on the frame like this. I did a little bit of blood with red paint. You can add themes, cards, text, and even music from your music library. When you're ready to export, you can either upload it directly to your YouTube or just export it to your photo libraries. There are several kinds of types for you to export. For now, I will export it on HD 1080p and hit share. Now we wait, and when it's done, we go to your library and the video will be there. On Android, you are gonna tap the share icon, export movie, save as, and you're gonna choose on what format do you want it. I recommend the 720 HD or 1080p depending on your phone. And then you're gonna choose where do you want to save it. I recommend to save it under the Movies tab, so you can find it on the library of your phone. And that's it. If you don't have a tripod, you can use something else to hold your phone and to put it on the level for your figures. For example, I'm using a stack of video games and movies so I can level the height of the camera and something heavy enough to hold the phone. And that's it. And that's it for this tutorial, everyone. Remember that I will be uploading more tutorials. On the next one I will show you on how to make your action figures fly or jump. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like. It will help me a lot. Well, thank you and see you later.